Hello, today we are going to discuss about the previous policies of National Education Policy 2020. What are the principles and what are the visions of the National Education Policy 2020? Let's start about previous policies. The implementation of previous policies on education has focused largely on issues of access and equity. The unfinished agenda of the National Policy on Education 1986, modified in 1992, is appropriately dealt with in this new National Education Policy 2020. A major development since the last policy of 1986 has been the right of education for the children, which is free and compulsory under the Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009, which laid down legal underpinning for achieving universal elementary education. What are the principles of this policy? The purpose of this education system is to develop good human beings capable of rational thought, action, possessing compassion and empathy, courage and resiliency, scientific temper and creative imagination, with sound ethical moorings and values. It aims at producing engaged, productive and contributing citizens for building an equitable, inclusive and plural society as envisaged by our Constitution. A good education institution is one in which every student feels welcomed and cared for, where a safe and stimulating learning environment exists, where a wide range of learning experiences are offered, and where good physical infrastructure and appropriate resources conducive to learning are available to all the students. Attaining these qualities must be the goal of every educational institutions. However, at the same time, there must also be a seamless integration and coordination across all the institutions and across all the stages of education. The fundamental principles that will guide both the education system at large as well as the sole institutions within it. And it is usually recognizing, identifying and fostering the unique capabilities of each student by sensitizing teachers as well as parents to promote each student's holistic development in both academic and non-academic spheres, according to the highest priority to achieve fundamental literacy and numeracy by all the students by grade 3. Flexibility so that learners have the ability to choose their learning trajectories and programs and thereby choose their own paths in life according to their talents and interests. On hard separations between arts and sciences, between curricular and extracurricular activities, between vocational and academical streams, in order to eliminate harmful hierarchies among the silos and the silos between different areas of learning. Multidisciplinarity and a holistic education across the sciences, social science, arts, humanities and sports for a multidisciplinary world in order to ensure the unity and integrity of all the knowledge. Emphasis on conceptual understanding rather than learning for the exams only. Creativity and critical thinking to encourage logical decision making, innovations and ethics, human and constitutional values like empathy, respect for others, cleanliness, courtesy, democratic spirit of service, respect for public property, scientific temper, liberty, responsibility, pluralism, equality and justice. Promoting multilingualism and power of language in teaching and learning. Life skills such as communication, cooperation, teamwork, and resiliency. Focus on regular formative assessment for learning rather than the summative assessment that encourages today's coaching institutions or coaching culture. Extensive use of technology in teaching and learning, removing language barriers, encouraging access by Divyang students for Divyang students, and educational planning and management. Respect for diversity and respect for the local context in all curriculum, pedagogy, policy, always keeping in mind that education is a concurrent subject. Full equity inclusion as the cornerstone of all the educational decisions to ensure that all students are able to thrive in the education system. Synergy in curriculum across all the levels of education, from early childhood care education to school education to higher education. Teachers and faculties as the heart of the learning process. Their recruitment, continuous professional development, positive working environments, and service conditions. A light but tight regulatory framework to ensure integrity, transparency, and resource efficiency of the educational systems through audit and public disclosure, while encouraging innovation and out of the box ideas through autonomy, good governance, and empowerment. Outstanding research as a core requisite for outstanding education and development. Continuous review of the progress based on the sustained research and regular assessment by educational experts. A rootedness and pride in India, its rich, diverse, ancient, and modern culture and knowledge systems and traditions. Education is a public service. Access to quality education must be considered a basic right of every child. Substantial investment in a strong, vibrant public education system, as well as the encouragement and facilitation of free philanthropic, private, and community participation. The vision of the policy. This national education policy envisions an education system rooted in Indian ethos that contributes directly to the transforming India, that is Bharata, sustainably into an equitable and vibrant knowledge society by providing high quality education to all and thereby making India a global knowledge superpower. The policy envisages that the curriculum and pedagogy of our institutions must develop among the students a deep sense of respect towards the fundamental duties and constitutional values bonding with one's country and a conscious awareness of one's roles and responsibilities in a changing world. The vision of the policy is to instill among the learners a deep-rooted pride in being Indian, and not only in thought but also in spirit, intellect, deeds, as well as to develop knowledge, skills, values, dispositions that support responsible commitment to human rights, sustainable development and living, and global well-being, thereby reflecting a truly global citizen. This is the principles and visions of our National Education Policy 2020. In next session, we will discuss about part 1, which is school education. Thank you.